Hello everyone, my name's James Folino and I'm here to bring you another edition of the Gold Coast Property Auction and Sales Results. This week we'll be covering the week of February the 14th up until the 20th of Feb. Like we do every week, we'll go through some of the clearance rates Australia-wide, and then we'll go straight into the properties. So I'm just going to share my screen for you guys. So let's do that like we do. And we're going to get straight into it, and we're going to have a look at the auction results. So this is the auction, a snapshot of the auction results Australia-wide. As you can see, Victoria and New South Wales have ramped right back up now. Victoria had just over 900 auctions and about 2,200 properties sold, sales volume. New South Wales was a clearance rate 88%, had a slightly less auctions than Melbourne, but had more private sales, so had total sales volume 2,300. And then we got Queensland, which is the market we're interested in. Clearance rate was still at 78%, which is still pretty good for Queensland. Had about total sales volume just under 1,500 properties. So it has brought it back into that third place and where it was and where it sat most of last year. But again, clearance rates are still pretty good for Queensland. We're going to go straight into the properties. First one we're going to look at is this one. This one here is at 9 Coonawarra Street in Labrador. It was a large corner block, 678 square meters. It was a brick and tile home, 3-bed, 2-bath with accommodation for 2 cars. And again, someone could live into it, but definitely with being on a corner block, it does lead itself to development potential. And this one in Labrador sold $940,000. The next one we're going to look at, we're going to go to Upper Coomera. We've got this townhouse. This was at 40/2 Koala Town Road. This was had a swimming pool in the complex. It was double story. It was brick, 3-bed, 1-bath with 2 car space. And again, maybe a really good rental here as well. There was about 25 minutes to the centre of Surfers, and this townhouse sold $440,000. The next one we're going to look at is a big block of land in Currumbin Waters. This was on 912 square meters. It was a brick and tile single level home, 3-bed, 1-bath with accommodation for 3 cars. It was at 6 Tate Court in Currumbin Waters. As you can see, really well maintained and manicured gardens. And this property here, approximately a 6-minute drive to the beach. This one sold $946,000. The next one we're going to look at is in Helensvale. It was this home here. This home was at 71 Linfield Road in Helensvale, also on a corner block, large block of land, 887 square meters, beautiful pool, 3-bed, 2-bath with accommodation for 6 cars, really nice and well maintained. It's currently been re-advertised for rent at $850 a week, and this was sold at $855,000. The next one we're going to look at is this one. This was a little duplex in Palm Beach. Let's have a look. That's the floor plan over here. It was had an estimated rental return of $750 per week, 2-bed, 1-bath with 2-car accom. The garage potentially could become part of the house if you need some extra room. This was at 2/46 24th Ave, and this sold $850,000. Got a few more to get through. We're going to look at this one. This is a pretty good buy. This one here. This was in Mollendina. It sold $660,000. It was a lovely home on a huge block of land, 938 square meters, 3-bed, 1-bath, 2-car accom. It does need some work. So any builders, renovators, this was probably the property for them. 11 minutes to Surfers. This was at 28 Mitchell Avenue in Mollendina, and it sold $660,000. The next one we're going to look at was, again, another large block of land. This was $630,000 sold price. This was in Tamborine Mountain. As you can see, it was 1/3 of an acre. So there's the site plan, the home to the front. So anyone who was a hobby farm or wanted to grow some of their own veggies, this was for them. It had solar, had battery set up as well, so potentially could go off the grid. And this one here was at 17 Four-Acre Drive in Tamborine Mountain, sold $630,000. Next one we're going to look at is a little unit. This was in Runaway Bay. This was a ground floor, single garage, brick external unit, had aircon. Again, for someone wanting to move in, they could move straight into this. Body corporate was only $50 a week. It rented at $350, had quite a large oversized garage, and it sold $375,000. The next one we're going to look at is this one here. This was quite a large home. This was a 46 square home on a 737 square meter block. 7-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 2-car accommodation, beautiful skyline views of the Surfers Paradise and the Gold Coast. Really nice home, very substantial with a swimming pool. And this property here sold $900,000. This was at 10 Trafalgar Street in Highland Park. And again, to build a home at this kind of squareage today, just in build costs would be quite a sum of money. So for someone wanting a substantial home, this would have been quite a good buy. Last one we're going to look at is this one here. This was at 6 Jindervik Street in Wurundjeri. This was, again, another 3-bed, 1-bath, 3-car accommodation home. Big block of land. I like to stay with the blocks of land because we know that land appreciates and buildings depreciate. So we're trying to buy some good properties here. This was on 876 square meters, had a pool, had fruit trees, had water tanks, really well maintained, brick and tile. And this one here in Wurundjeri sold $768,000. So they're the properties for this week. Again, today there was a lot of properties with land and houses all under that $1 million mark. So you can still find land, you can still find houses in close proximity to the water. They are still out there. Good luck with your property hunting. If you need any assistance, don't hesitate to give me a call. Otherwise, until next week, good luck with the hunting and we'll see you then. Thanks.